Spoiler warning. I'll be talking about the 6th episode of RWBY's Queendom in this video. If you haven't seen the episode yet, then you should watch it first and then come back here, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna address the elephant in the room already. Blake and Yang's 3D models look weird to me, but for some reason, Weiss's 3D model look absolutely fine. We only saw each of their own 3D models once or twice, but out of the three, it was Weiss's model that looked alright for me. I love the symbolism of Ouroboros present in this episode. I mean, Weiss is literally consuming herself. If you think about it in this way, negative Weiss is normal Weiss's aspiration to be, so showing us Ouroboros makes sense in this sort of way. I also love that in combat, RWBY still makes mistakes when using her gun. It feels natural to see her forget about the gun being in a different place and correcting herself in battle. Then for some reason, she's able to fight so naturally despite the difference, so I really appreciate that small detail a lot. It shows us how little she is still adjusting to the new weapon. RWBY fearing of not being a good leader is also another detail that I appreciate, since this is a role she was always unsure about. That's why when Blake and Yang compliment her on how good she is as their leader, she reacts happily or sometimes be smug about it, like how a child would be happy if they were complimented by their parent on doing a good job. It really shows the audience that RWBY really is the younger one between all of them here. And with the relic, as Shion said in the last episode, it could be her will to resist the nightmare and could let them go deeper into her mind or heart. And that it did. It helped them clear up any vines blocking any entrances and even led them so close to the nightmare grim itself. But because RWBY couldn't lock her bag, the relic falls and ends up getting destroyed. Hopefully the thing responds by the time they go back, or they would have to find the last relic, which is located in Weiss's chambers. I also love how this episode is a way for the characters to reflect on what they have to do. Weiss says some things that really left a strong presence, especially in Yang and RWBY's mind. RWBY wants to learn more about Weiss as she is so confused of her direction, of what Weiss is trying to tell her. Does she hate RWBY? Or does she actually think RWBY is precious to her? While Yang is tormented about the fact whether or not she is a good older sister to RWBY, a good role model for RWBY to follow. As soon as they woke up, they were all lost and don't know what to do. But I really love how Blake had Sun and RWBY had Team Juniper. It was really surprising though that Yang and Penny were the ones that had the talk. I was kinda expecting it to be Crow, but I guess it's fine since I got to see Penny again, and that's the only thing that matters here. I gotta hand it to them. When Penny was talking to Yang, the animation was just really good. Penny looked really adorable, and in some shots, she looked really detailed. So please, I'm hoping for them that they would give Penny something else to do than talking. Maybe they would give her a fight scene, or some way to help Team RWBY out other than giving advice. I just really want more Penny scenes in general because in anime format, I want to see more of Penny. So in their individual talks with the other characters, I love how they each give Yang, RWBY, and Blake a different perspective to look on how Weiss acts and talks. It helps motivate them even further. Think up a new strategy or think up a new concept. It was really nice to see the other characters again like Sun and Penny, although I really wish they'd have a more bigger role than what they have, but I can't really ask too much. I mean, I got what I wanted with Team Juniper. At least John gets to go with them now. I mean, as I look at the lineup, this is basically RWBY Volume 9's lineup. We've got Team RWBY and John as an extra. I also love how in John's case, being possessed is a good thing because with his help, Team RWBY can now sneak in more quietly without being caught by the Nightmare Grim, since as Shion said, John still has the memory of being a host of the parasitic nightmare, so of course, the Nightmare Grim holding Weiss hostage would simply ignore him, which is a good sign for Team RWBY. But other than that, the episode itself was really fun. They really showed Weiss's power here, overwhelming everyone. I mean, the very location of the Nightmare Grim was interesting. It's the exact same stage where Weiss performed in Volume 4, where she was singing This Life Is Mine. And interesting enough, she was singing a song about her true feelings, her very own will telling us that her life has been in the hands of her fathers. Her life is literally hers, not his. We even see the exact same dress she sang in that specific volume, so that was a really nice detail to connect to. So comment down below if there are any other things I missed or didn't catch on the episode, and if you'd like, please check out my 5th episode review of RWBY Ice Queendom, or you can click right here for my 6th episode review for Licorice Recoil. The choice is yours. That's all for today, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. See ya!
何を分かっているのですか